about the way you love me. Oh, man, let me get some of this. Oh, and the way you squeeze me. Yeah, yeah, simply beautiful. Yeah, yeah, beautiful girl. When you get right down to it, whoa, wee, whoa, 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 yee, yeah, Ella, yeah, ah, ah, girl, when you need me, I'll be right there. Y'all don't know this here. I ain't seen nobody type this title in yet. Yeah, simply beautiful. There's that Al Green. What y'all know about that? Look at here, look at here. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Man, let me tell y'all something. Al Green is well was my daddy's favorite artist. So every time I hear some Al Green, every time I sing some Al Green, I thinks of my daddy. Shout out to my pops. May he rest well. Look here, people. Tonight, ooh, this is the night. You'll see the light tonight. We're going to talk about any and everything. I got some things to address. And other than that, it's going to be open. I am, oh, I forgot to do the damn phone line. I'm going to do the phone lines because I got put in the note. I paid my phone bill. I got some minutes on my phone. And hey, if I got that, then why not use it? So, give me a couple seconds here. I'm going to address a few things and then, hey, we going to do the damn thing. But first and foremost, let me give a shout out to the first person in the chat. That is none other than my man Skoha. Back on top, Sko. I see. I see you. I see you, boy. You're back on top out here. Also on the United Guns of America side of the game, the faithful few over there supporting. I see you, CJ Gunn. I see you, Beverly Jones. That's what's up. Yeah, buddy. Oh, you got your Al Green fan too. That's what's up. I'm telling you, that Al Green do something to me, something right here. Y'all give me a drink and a cigar, and man, I tell you, I'm good. I don't need too much else. You know what I'm saying? But let's see who else we got in here. We got Miss Lady Sunday. What's happening? We got my brother who always got my six. My man Jason Gunn. What's happening, bro? Linda Soto, Riri. I would be ignorant and say rah, but I know that ain't it. But Riri, what's happening? Miriam, what's good? Welcome. Let's see. We got CJ Gunn over here on this side too. Low RCS, what's happening? What's good? It's good to see everybody, man. R Soto, what's up? And let's see who else we got. My man left third, Marcus Jones. What's good? Hey, I'm glad to see all y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. That's what's up. So let's go ahead and let's just dive right on in to what it is I came to talk about. And first and foremost, there was, and shout out to the people who have been, let me tell y'all something. To the people who have been emailing me, relationship questions, all that kind of stuff, I got y'all on tonight. This is the night you'll hear me talk about what y'all been asking me about. So, without further ado, I'm going to switch over to this and open up this young email account. And there we go. And I'm going to address these here questions that was sent in. If you got a question right now, email your question right here on relationship rehab at gmail.com. And if you want to call in, I'll be able to do that. I'm gonna answer these few questions right here because these people have been so patiently waiting. They've been patiently waiting for a nigga to talk on the shit that they didn't email me, and it's been so long. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk about it, and we're gonna get it cracking, and we're gonna do the damn thing. So, without further ado, let me find my list, and there it is, right there, right there, right there, and I'm gonna open that up. Boom. Okay, so here we go. Yes, please email me the questions. After I go through these few questions, I got. Let's see, is that five? Five, yeah. I have five. So, um, after these five, if y'all got any questions, I'm gonna open up the phone lines if y'all want to do that, where y'all can let me know what y'all want to do, and we can get down that way. We can get down with the get down. So the first question is, when I do my questions, if it's male or female, I always say Adam if it's a male and Eve if it's a female. For those of you who remember the Secret Garden, it's kind of the same thing. I'm just doing it live. All right. So first up is what this is from an Eve. Yes. What's your take on the difference between courting and dating? Courting and dating. Courting is more of a well, the difference between courting and dating, and this is my opinion. This is what I believe it to be from, because I do got a little bit old fashioned in me, a little old school. What up, Ronald? The difference between the two is courting is what's done with that that lady's family. So let's say, for instance, if you like a young lady, you see her at the store, or you see her at the market buying some tomatoes, and you like her tomato, and it catches your fancy, you would then go to that girl's family. You would go to her family, and you would ask for the father, and you would ask the father, tell him, hey, who you are, that you are interested in his daughter, and would like to court her. Basically, what that is basically you spending time with that family, just you and the family together. Y'all ain't alone. Y'all don't get no alone time. Actually, man, I got a perfect scenario for courting. Do anybody remember The Godfather 2? If you remember The Godfather 2, what has happened in The Godfather 2, Michael, Michael Corleone, he killed that police officer. This is when they did all them hits. He killed the police officer. And with him killing that police chief, they had to get him out of town. So till everything cooled down. So they sent Michael back to the old country, which is Corleone, Italy. So he's in Corleone, and that's where he's at, hanging out, doing his thing. And he sees this woman, and he like is so attracted to her, and he wants to date her. So he goes and sees the girl's father, and he asks the father. He says something like, "Hey, you know who I am?" And the dude is like, "Yeah, I know who you are." He was like, he said something to the effect of, there are a lot of people who would kill and pay a lot of money for that information. I told you who I am, right? He said, but if you were to do that, you would gain an enemy as opposed to gaining a son-in-law. That's what pretty much what he told him. And then the dude was like, cool, all right. And he said he wanted to hang out with his daughter. And pretty much what they did was they would go for walks, and the entire family would be behind them. They would be hanging out. They would come to dinner. The entire family would be there. They would be able to sit next to each other, but wasn't no kissing, wasn't no finger banging, wasn't no head, wasn't no rubbing and a touching and a pumping and a sweating in the shed. Wasn't no late night hanging out. We at the movies getting hand jobs. Wasn't none of that. There wasn't none of that going on. It was just basically the family getting to know this dude and them hanging out together, and they could talk or whatever and all that kind of stuff. And that's pretty much what it was. They wanted to spend time with him to see what type of man he was. That was courting. They were vetting him out. They would ask him questions. They would see how he treated her, see what he did with her, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yep. So that's pretty much the difference between courting and dating. Dating is you and the other person, y'all off alone. Y'all go to dinner, y'all go see the movies, go for walks, go to the beach, have picnics, lunch, whatever. And there was plenty of opportunity for extras. You can get the first base, second base, third base, might even get the home. Use what they say. Third date, you supposed to either get some head or you supposed to get some pussy. One of the two. That's supposed to happen on the third date. So, hey, that's just how it go. I guess that's how it go. But that's pretty much the difference between the two with courting and dating. Courting was more of a family oriented thing. It was more of a serious intention. Hey, not only am I just trying to hang out with your daughter, I want to marry her. You know what I'm saying? I am looking to, spend the rest of my life with her. So that's why I want to hang out with her and I want to be around y'all because I want our families to come together. Dating is, hey, we just out here trying to see if we like each other. And if we like each other, we might do something. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So next question is, when is the right time to introduce sex with someone new? Very good question, actually. Um, I would say when you are when you have vetted out that person to the point to where there is a good, really good, really strong potential of you being able to be with this person. And that's all based on what it is you're looking for. If you're just looking for sex, then you introduce sex wherever you want. If you just like him because he fine and you saw the bulge in his sweatpants, then hey, that's what you just want to do, then get your inner hole on and go for what you know. If you are talking about more of a committed or more of a serious relationship and you're trying to actually develop a relationship with somebody, introducing sex, I believe that you should do that once you have vetted out this person to the point to where you are comfortable with this person, you don't mind being alone with this person, you and this person get along, you have, good chemistry, you like the way that he or she is treating you. That's when you should introduce it. Because I'm not just going to base that to the woman or to the man. I'm not going to just put it on one or the other, because men need to be more sexually responsible with who they have sex with too. I get the whole thing of we hunters and we just want to fuck and get it in and all that, but there's a lot of consequences and repercussions behind doing that today. There's too much negative fallout from just fucking when you're not responsible. So can you get with somebody and say, hey, I just like you, you just like me. I don't want no, relationship. I don't want no kids. I don't want to build nothing. I just want to bang. And the other person is the same way, be it male or female. That's just what you want to do. That means you have an agreement, and that's different. However, when you're talking about actually trying to say, I want to have something that's meaningful, I want to have a relationship, and I want to build with somebody, then I think you need to get to a point to where you actually have a substantial amount of knowledge about the other person. You have a good understanding of who that person is, what that person wants, what their goals are, those type of things. Then when you're ready to actually go to that next level, then I think you should. I don't think that you need to wait until marriage, only unless you are a virgin. Not one of these born again virgins where you was fucking for the first 20 years of your life and now you're gonna stop at 35 talking about I'm serious now. No, that ain't what I'm talking about. You a person who has never had sex, then hey, you should wait until you get married. And the reason why I say that is because it's your sexuality is it's like a blueprint. And for those of you that don't that or that has never had sex, then your blueprint is still waiting to be written. So when you're talking about, getting introducing sex into a relationship, that's one thing. But when you're talking about introducing sex to a person or both of you have never had sex before, it's a good and a bad thing. It's a bad thing in the sense of y'all both may not know what y'all doing, and it's gonna take some time to get into it and get the rhythm, get the flow, get to understanding each other's bodies and all that kind of stuff. But that can also be fun too because it's exploratory. You can explore different things, learn about each other, learn what each other like. You don't know what you like until you've been like introduced to stuff. So when you have that opportunity to do that, then you can actually develop and grow together. And that even that strengthens your bond. So it's like when you're doing those type of things together, it can really be good. It can be awkward, and the first few times may not be that great, but the more that you work at it, the more that you explore with it, and it's just y'all because y'all don't really know, then you can learn. So I think that it's a good thing in my opinion, and I think it will benefit you in the long run when you are committed. That's what I would say to that. You don't have to necessarily, be married, but just be committed to each other to the point to where you want to explore and experience that those first with each other because it does create a bond. When you think about, especially for women, when you think about your first love and you think about that first boyfriend, you think about that first kiss, all those type of things. When you have those first with those people, it's things you don't forget. So it's like to have those experiences with somebody that you're actually going to be with and you're going to commit to. It means a lot more, and you can go a lot further. You have a lot more to build on. So that's why I would say that's when the right time is to introduce sex, is when you've actually built something with somebody. So um what's next? Mm, get that drink with the big cube in it. Mm-hmm. All right, next up is, when is the right time to say I love you? Ah, most people would probably say the right time to say I love you is when you love them. Nope. Wrong. Wrong. I would say this, in my opinion, I think it's the right time to say I love you is when you know that the relationship is going to go somewhere, when you know that the relationship is progressing forward, when you know the relationship is going to be something where you can say, hey, I'm going to be with this person going to be with me, we have a commitment, we're going to be together, then hey, actually say it. Um, I think there's a difference between loving somebody and being in love with somebody. So I think you can love somebody just by being around and spending time with them and appreciating them for who they are. You can have a love for that person. Being in love with somebody, and I think that's what they're asking in this sense. And I would say that's when you know things are gonna be um, that's when you know things are going to go to the next level. Things are getting serious. Things are going to be to say, hey, I think I'm actually interested with this person to where I want to spend the rest of my life with that person. I want to be in a committed relationship with that person. That's when I would say you say in love. So it's like saying you love somebody, you can love your favorite TV show. You can love your favorite food. Being in love with somebody, I think that's a different level because that's something where you are actually in love with that person to where you want to be with that person, don't want to be without that person, want to spend the rest of your life with that person. So that's what I believe is most important. Just like with my wife and I, we literally came to the understanding and into the agreement of just saying, I don't want to be without you. I don't want to spend my life without you. I like who you are. I like being with you, spending time with you. I like the way you treat me, and you know, we want to be together. So I think that's when you have an in love, as opposed to just saying a love for someone. So I think saying, "Hey, I love you," I love you, bro. That's one thing. Saying, "Hey, baby, I love you," "Hey, girl, I love you," I appreciate what you do, and I love who you are as a person. That's one thing. But being in love is a little bit deeper. Let's see. Next up, should a woman ever propose to a man? I know people ain't gonna agree with me with this, but or they might. Hell to the no. A woman should never propose to a man. I believe that is just one of those things where a man is supposed to find a woman, and when he finds a woman, he finds a good thing, all of that. But I just think that as far as the roles of men and women in relationships, I believe that both have very specific roles that they need to play. Yes, can you sometimes get out of your lane and switch lanes and all that kind of stuff? Yep. Can you sometimes ride down the middle of the road where you're straddling two lanes? Yep. But when it comes to things like proposing, uh, making that commitment, I believe that is a man's place. I just do. There is no, oh well, scientifically you can go into, nope. There's just certain things that men do. There's certain things that women do. Those things should be done by those genders. Period. All of that. Gender is not is how you feel. Is not. Nope. It's not. It's scientific. You say, hey, you're a man, you're a woman. There's certain things that are to be expected of both. That's it, and that's just how I feel about that. So I would not say that I would not let a woman propose to me. Well, a woman could propose to me, but I would not accept that proposal. I love you, but no. Hold on. Why is this not answering? Hey, baby. I'm good. How are you? You- Yeah. Mm, yeah. Me too, baby. Hmm. I love you too. All right, baby. My wife said, "Hey, y'all." All right, baby. I love you very much. All right, bye. I had to pause for my good thing now, my forever girl. I had to pause for that one now. All right, so that's my thing as far as proposing. I know I've seen some women, I've seen videos rather of women proposing to men, and it's yeah, it don't look right, it don't sound right, but it's just one of those things where it's like why would you want to do something like that when you expect a man to protect you, when you expect a man to cover you, when you expect a man to just be in that position of being a provider and all that good stuff? Why would you want a man to? Why would you want to propose to a man and be the one to initiate that type of engagement? I don't understand it, but that's just one of those things where it's a penis envy thing, or where women are envious of men, and that's just why they do those type of things. That's just all that is. Because no matter how much you can say, well, you can be in love with them and you want to marry them, that's good. But if you want that dude to marry you, then you should let that dude propose to you, plain and simple. So, let's see. How forthcoming? Oh no, it's actually six. I'm sorry. How forthcoming can a woman be with a man before he considers her too aggressive? How forthcoming can a woman be with a man before he considers her too aggressive? I would say that that's relative. I would say that that's pretty much a subjective thing. It depends on the man, because there are some men that are not as aggressive, or like like when I always talk about you got the alpha male, your beta male, and then you got C, which is the cook. Not a bad thing, but that's just the class of men. And there's sometimes where there are like beta males, they want a more aggressive woman. Alpha males want a more submissive woman. Cucks want a way more aggressive, a highly aggressive woman. So it depends on the type of man that you're with to determine how forthcoming you can be to where you're too aggressive. I think that you should always be willing to have a conversation and speak your mind. I think a woman should always do that. The biggest thing about that I always say about relationships is a lack of transparency and a lack of uh, um, damn it, transparency, and a lack of god damn it, expectations, setting expectations. So when you're talking about saying, hey, being aggressive, getting somebody being aggressive is you can be aggressive in two ways. You can just be actively aggressive. Hey, what motherfucker we gonna do this, we gonna do that, or you could be passive aggressive. Passive aggressive is just as powerful as being actively aggressive. It's just expressed two different ways. It's like poisoning a motherfucker to death or just shooting a motherfucker in the face. That's actively aggressive. This is passively aggressive. I've been grinding glass up in your motherfucking food for the past 3 months, and now your insides are all shredded and you're gonna die. Hey, you just took you took the scenic route. Either way, it's it's still aggressive. So it's like you can be aggressive in certain ways to where it's offensive to men, or it makes a man shy away from it. I think that anytime that you want a man to do something, or you want to talk to a man about something, I think the thing should just be having a conversation to how to approach it. And that's one of the things that you do in that vetting time, or that interview period, when you're dating somebody. You talk to that person to find out what makes them tick, what makes you shut down, what makes you engage. Some men like for you to just shoot it to them straight. Tell me, That's just like I'm gonna give you my own personal experience. My thing is this: tell me exactly how you feel, regardless of how you try. Don't try to uh, uh, save my feelings. Don't worry about that when you're expressing yourself. Just tell me how you feel because I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt and the leeway to say what you're saying is not you're not intentionally trying to hurt my feelings. You're just speaking your mind. And then from there we can build off of that. So if you tell me, "Hey, I hate the fact that you leave the toilet seat up." You need to just tell me that. Now we can go into saying, hey, all right, so I hear this what you're saying. How can we fix that? How do we approach it to do that? Because I've first of all been pissing in a toilet with the seat up for the past 40 years of my life. So now you want me to start putting the seat down. This is gonna be a process. You know what I'm saying? So you have to give your partner that benefit of the doubt and understand that what they're saying is not intentionally to hurt you. It's just them expressing themselves. And I think that's something that we need to embrace as Americans, period. Just because somebody says something that may offend you, that may not be their intention. That may not be their intention because they could be actually trying to offend you to good works, to get something better out of you. And if they're doing that, that's okay. So it's like you have to think, don't always think that when somebody's saying something, and especially women, they say that all the time. Don't come for me unless I send for you, bitch. That's one of the things they always say. Don't you come for me unless I send for you, bitch. So shit, I'm just saying. That's not the intention all the time to offend. Sometimes it is, but if you took the approach to say every time somebody says something to me, they not coming for me. They just may be trying to get something out of me or get an understanding from me, or they may be trying to offend me to get me to do something better. So if I come to you and say, hey, you know what, man, Jason, that was some real fucked up shit you did. I could be trying to say something to him that, hey, I don't want him to either do with me or something I've seen him do to others that I want him to try to take a look at to even to correct. So it's like that's my thing. I would say that that's something where you look at it and say, well, I can hear what you're saying. Yeah, it's offensive, but let me try to understand why you're saying that. Because then if I say, Jason, that was some fucked up shit you did, man. I can't believe you fucking did that shit, bro. Then his response should be, even though he may be offended, his response should be, well, what exactly are you talking about? What did I do? Because he could possibly have no clue. He could possibly have no clue and just be asking me, well, what you talking about, bro? What did I do? You know what I'm saying? And starting from there, but him getting all offensive, like, man, how the fuck you gonna come at me like that, dog? Hey, yo, motherfucker, don't come at me like that. It's like now you looking at the whole thing of being attacked, and now you're defensive, and when you're being defensive, you can't hear. And then you get into a shouting match, you going back and forth. It's just like sometimes when you have people that are in an argument. You know, arguing is okay when it's a healthy argument, when there's a true exchange. And you can say whatever you want to say, however you want to say it. And I can say whatever I want to say, however I want to say it. And then we come to an understanding from it. I don't give a damn what word to use. It's all about getting the understanding, which is most important to me. So it's like those are the things that I look at when people are talking, having a disagreement or whatever. Say what you gonna say. Don't try to. I hate when motherfuckers try to. Well, I'm just saying. I don't know what it. I mean, it's like. Well, it. Well, here's what I'm really trying to tell you is that. Well, sometimes 2 weeks ago when I had. Don't do that. Say what it is that's on your mind, and let's go from there. Because now you've laid something down that I can build with. I can actually see what you're talking about, even though I may not understand it. I now have some type of baseline to where we can build some type of understanding. Mm, that's a good drink. So that's my thing with that. Intentions are not always what they seem to be. Just because of how the way you receive something, that's totally up to you. Totally up to you. So it's like, and everybody don't know you. Everybody don't know how you feel. Everybody don't get the whole thing about you and what you do, how you is. Everybody don't get that. So sometimes you just have to be receptive to say, hey, let me hear what this person is saying, and then let's try to dialogue from there. Let's try to have a conversation from that. So that's my thing with that. Let me see. I got a question over here from the United Guns of America. It says, Yo, Brian, what is the benefit of a man getting married in 2019? In my opinion, when you're talking about 2019, 2020, 2021, 2018, 2017, 2016, marriage is for broke people. The institution of marriage is for people that are broke. If you ain't got no money and this person ain't got no money, then y'all can get together and have something, and you can try to build something. It's easier to do something when it's two people that don't have anything to try to build something together. Now, when that scale is tipped the other way, where you got somebody over here who got money, get with somebody who broke, as far as the legality piece, the institution of marriage, it really doesn't serve you a purpose. If you want to get with somebody, if you want a commitment with somebody, you want to build with somebody, I would say, like I always say this, you need to get a marital contract, not a prenup, a marital contract. Marital contract is basically a divorce that's laid out before you get married, saying this is what we both agreed to if and when either one of us pushes the divorce button. So somebody is not happy for whatever reason, the terms have already been agreed upon, there's already been a contract signed, we're done. I don't like you no more, you don't like me no more, you fuck my brother, you fuck my mother, I'm out. Now we already have the stuff drawn up. All we're doing is just now, hey, taking paperwork and going to do what we need to do. So it's literally you having a divorce before you get married. It's literally, I mean, and you can get everything sorted out as far as kids and custody. You can get everything sorted out as far as alimony and no alimony, child support, all that kind of stuff is all worked out. I personally would suggest that for anybody that has some money and some good credit before you get married and you want to get married. You want to get married. If you do that, then hey, go for what you know. Because and another part to that too. It really keeps you honest. Because if you divorce, there is no benefit for one party or the other. Because the way that the world is nowadays, a woman gets a divorce, she benefits. She is set up. The scales are already tipped in her favor for her to benefit. That's just how it is. The man will lose, and the man will lose substantially. So why would you enter something? Why would you enter into a fixed fight? That's all I'm saying. So it's like just for a piece of paper. Yes, there's a legality part of it and all that kind of stuff, but it's like you doing that, entering into this contract essentially just to say, I know if I don't have anything to counteract this system, I'm gonna lose instantly. I'm gonna give up half my shit, whether I'm married for 1 year or 10 years. I'm going to lose. So if you building something together and you both broke, you both started this shit when you was broke as fuck, then hey, ain't nothing wrong with splitting shit 50-50. Ain't nothing wrong with a person getting half when they've been there from the beginning. Just like Jeff Bezos and his wife, Amazon. She had some money or came from some money. Her parents invested into him. And they turned, this little, $1,000 business into a $1 billion business. She deserved all 36 of that $1 billion that she got. She did. She actually did. She deserved it because she was there from the beginning. She was there and she had her resources, which were her parents, to pump in cash and to pump in capital into what he was doing. She was there through all of the motherfucking days and nights when shit wasn't going right and shit was fucked up and he was feeling down when the business was failing, and she was there taking care of the kids and sucking his dick to make him feel better and saying, hey, you gonna do it and all that kind of shit. She did that. So it's like when you have that type of relationship and you built that from nothing, then yeah, she's entitled to that. Absolutely. And that's my opinion. I believe she's entitled to it. If you both broke, y'all get together and y'all amass some shit, great. Great. When it comes to just saying, hey, if I have a particular skill set or a resource that you don't have and you not cultivating it, like professional sports players, like Michael Jordan, him and Juanita. Juanita wasn't bringing nothing to the table but her body. Essentially, that's all she bought. You know, not knocking her as a woman or nothing. Don't know her. But I'm just saying, as far as getting half of everything that Jordan has ever made, and this dude is pretty much a billionaire, it's like whenever they split, I forget how much money she got, but she got an insane amount of money. But it's like you did all of that. Did you earn that? I don't think so. Did you put anything into that? Nope. Should the kids and stuff be taken care of? Should you get a portion of it? Absolutely. But half means I didn't earn half because I didn't did half. That's all I'm saying. That's what that says to me. If you get 50% of something, that means you put in 50% of something. You have earned 50% of something. No, you cannot, put a price on the intangibles when you're talking about being a woman and being a wife and a mother, all that good shit. Yep. But all of that, the mothering and all that kind of stuff, that all took place because of the type of resources that he had. You could have a nanny. You get some women that talking about I need alimony, they've had nannies all their life. Bitch, you ain't taking care of the kids. He is. He paying for a motherfucker to do it. So it's like now, when people do get divorced, it essentially becomes a money grab for the woman, for the women. That's just what it is. System is fucked up, and I would say the only way you can counteract that is to do that shit in the beginning. Because when you all in love, and if you really love each other, then you ain't gonna be a woman that really love you, really care about your ass, and you got money. She's not gonna want anything that she did not earn. To say, hey, look, let's just say I'm worth $1 million. Okay, I'm about to get married. Here's what's fair. Look, shit don't work out. We get a divorce. Look, we get 50% custody of the kids. Uh, this house that we got, if I keep the house, then I'll buy you this $250,000 house. This 4-bedroom house or whatever. We got 2 kids, you get you this 4-bedroom house, and that's it. You earn your living, you take care of it. You get to keep your car. The car that I got you, you get to keep that. Go ahead and do your thing. And aside from the like paying the taxes and stuff like that on the house, that's you. Food and stuff like that. Hey, we can come to an agreement on child support. Here's what we spend now on food and clothes for our children. Let's just say that comes out to be, I don't know, food and clothes for your children every year. Let's just say that's, give me a crazy number. Come out to, let's say, $800 a month. Let's just say that for your 2 kids to feed and clothe them, it come out to or let's say $1,000. Fine. My child support or my whatever support would just be $1,000 a month on top of that. Everything else, we split it if the kids need something. So it's like if you do that, that's what it is. That's how it feels. That's always how it goes. But it's already done and set in stone. So you said, Brian, gap in your logic equals women are more emotional than rational. As far as what are you referring to though? So be a little bit more specific, and I can clear up what I'm saying if you didn't understand it. So I had one that was 1535 a month. It's like because it's like when you talking, and then when you talking about people who are getting like that lifestyle that you get, I should be able to have it too. No, you shouldn't because you're not with me anymore. You decide to move away, you decide to divorce and part ways. Okay, great, but you don't get to live the way I lived when we was together. You being able to live that lifestyle was because you were with me. We're not together anymore. So why should you live like me? Not saying you should go live in a fucking hovel somewhere, but you still should not be able to live like me when I'm not there. Reason being, because I can't live like you. I can't live the way I live when I had you. That's it. So it's like I should not have all the rights and privileges that, or you shouldn't have all the rights and privileges that you had being with me, as opposed to when you're not with me anymore. Because if that was the case, then it wouldn't make sense for a woman to ever stay married, which is probably why most of them initiated divorce in the first fucking place. It's a win-win for them. I come in, I get married, I leave you, I get half your shit and new dick. Half your shit, and I get a stipend essentially, and new dick, or as many dicks as I want until I decide to marry another dick. I don't get to come and still get pussy. I don't still to come and get head. I don't still have you come and clean my house or cook my food or make my favorite dish. You don't do that shit no more for me. So why should you still have access to all of my resources and me not have access to any of yours? That just makes sense. But this ain't about making sense. This is about saying this person being able to get something and you just getting taken advantage of. Plain and simple. Which is why you should have a marital contract, essentially. Just if you got money, get a marital contract, not a fucking prenup. If she don't want to sign, if you got a broke bitch with you and she don't want to sign no marital contract before you get married, you don't need to be with her because she essentially wants that safety net. That's why you need to make sure. And here's my thing for women, because I know there's some women saying, "Well, women give all this and we do all that, and then we get married. You go fuck a white bitch, or you go get another bitch, and then I'm just left in the cold." Here's the thing: if you took care of yourself and put yourself in a position before you got married, to where you had your own, could stand on your own, and you actually had something, then you would be wanting to protect that too. Because women lost their motherfucking mind when Mary J. Blige's husband applied for spousal support. Lost their damn mind. He ain't shit. He bogus. He trying to get her money. Oh, but women do that shit every day. How he just gonna come and take her money? How he ain't shit. He ain't shit nigga. That nigga ain't shit. Oh, but when a woman do it, it's all right. She can bleed a motherfucker dry. Motherfucking Khalees ass ain't had a hit in 25 years, and she going back for more support from Nas. Nas giving this bitch 50 grand a month. You out your fucking mind? What the fuck costs $50,000 a month? Then when you ask that question, ain't nobody, oh, well, well, my son or my daughter want to live the life that I'm living? Yes, they have the right to. Come live with daddy. Come live with daddy. Now, if daddy don't want that responsibility, then hey, pay whatever you gotta pay. But at the end of the day, if I got the resources, then hell yeah, I should have first right to that motherfucking kid because I can provide the best lifestyle for that kid. Why should I have to give 50 grand to another bitch that ain't got no job, ain't doing shit but sitting on her ass, living off of 50 grand a month? Fuck out of here. That's insane. Do you know how much money that is? 5 times 12 is 60. That's $600,000 a year. What? Ain't it? I think my math is right. I'm terrible at math. I believe so. I got my basic math together. 50,000 times 12. Hell yeah, that's 600 grand a year. Shit. And there you go, Jason. Don't, if you got money, if you got means, if you got resources, don't marry a motherfucker that got less than you. And I'm talking substantial. You make 400,000 a year, this bitch make 300,000 a year. Okay, we get it. But you making $500,000 a year with your own business or whatever the case may be, don't you go get with a motherfucker that's making 60 or 70 and just got ass, cause you gonna suffer when the shit go left. Get that contract together. And here's the thing for women. Women, keep yourself in a position to where you always are able to take care of yourself, if nothing else, at the end of the day. Whatever business, trade, whatever skill set you have, keep yourself in a position to where you can take care of yourself. Because you shouldn't have to depend on a man to take care of you. You shouldn't have to need a man to take care of you. You should be able to say, hey, look, I get it. Yeah, you got means. Yeah, you got the house. But at the end of the day, motherfucker, I can walk and I'll be okay. Best believe I'm gonna have my daughter set. Make sure you can take care of yourself. You can buy your own motherfucking red bottom. You can buy your own motherfucking Chanel. Buy your own whatever the fuck you want your Range Rover. You ain't got to ask that nigga for it. You can go buy it yourself. Now, if he got it, that's great. If you with him and y'all together and he gonna buy it for you, that's wonderful. But don't you never be in a position where you can't put some shit on your back, some shit on your feet, your goddamn self. Women miss that big time nowadays. They got this thing where it's all about the hustle. Hoes is winning. They think just because I open my legs, I open my mouth, or I spread my cheeks and open my ass, I should be able to have any goddamn thing I want. And for some, that does work. But at the end of the day, when you get older, the shit don't. Now you stuck. That's why you got a nigga that got money, but he beat your ass. That's why you got a nigga that treat you like shit, but he got money. That's why you with a nigga that sit there and he do whatever the fuck he want to do and motherfucking fucking your best friend and you ain't gonna do shit about it because you can't leave because you don't want your friend to get in your spot and you don't have no place to go because you can't take care of yourself. There you go, CJ Gunn. She said, I purchased my own house. That's right. Buy your own house. Say, yeah, okay, motherfucker, I'm gonna come live with you, but I'm gonna rent this motherfucker out because if you ever do some sideways shit, nigga, I can pack my shit up and within 30 days I can be like, hey, as soon as that lease up, pimp, I'm moving in, I'm moving back in my house. So, sir, you have to leave, ma'am. You gotta go. We will not be renewing your lease, and you can go back to where you need to go. That's leverage. You ain't got no motherfucker telling you, bitch, you can leave. You right, I can't. Deuce. Go get my shit out of storage, nigga, and I'm good. Keep yourself in that position. You should, yes. Before you get married, anybody that's about to, I'm gonna give you this advice. Anybody that's wanting to get married, men and women, you should have no debt, no debt. You should have your own house or your own place to live. You should have at least bare minimum $10,000 saved up in your savings, not in your checking account, your day to day. I'm talking about in your savings. You should have that at minimum. 20 would probably be the best because now you talking about people. You talking about you have your credit in check and your credit should be in check. Credit score should be nothing less than a 750. 750. So keep yourself in a position where you got good credit. You got your own, yep, your own car, your own transportation. You got all of the things that you want to buy, all that shit. You got your own house. You got a job that gives you food and clothing. You got a house that gives you shelter. And you have a savings for a rainy day. Some shit go left. You got you a few grand that you can go and say, hey, I got 10,000 I can take care of this. Hey, I got $20,000 in the bank saved up. Because when you get ready to be with somebody, you get ready to merge your life with somebody, then you say, hey, look, yes, and life insurance. Yes, your own insurance. So it's like when you get ready to get with somebody, then y'all both got some shit to bring to the table, and it ain't a bunch of I ain't got or this ain't right yet. That's all I'm saying. So you can say, hey, look, this is what I got. This is what you got. We bringing this together. So now that 20,000 you got saved, that 20,000 he got saved, y'all bringing it together. That house you got, that house he got, y'all can rent that motherfucker out and live with the other. Or y'all can both rent them both out and go buy y'all some more shit. It's all about building. Having something to build with is the problem that we make. We have the intention on saying I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with this person and me and this person gonna be together forever, but you don't have the resources and the tools to do that. Because when you got your own, it's a lot of shit you won't take. When you got your own, there's a certain level of respect that not only must be paid, but it will be paid. Respect will be paid that way. You ain't gonna let a motherfucker just talk crazy to you when you can go get back in your shit because you have leverage. When you got 4 kids and you ain't got nowhere to go, it's some shit you just gonna have to take. You can't just pop off at the mouth and say, well, motherfucker, you can get the fuck out. Can't just do that when you in somebody else's shit because you living with him with 3 kids from your other man, from your other boyfriend, from your other 3 baby daddy. That's just how it goes. So put yourself and keep yourself in a position to where you have something, where you can do something, where you can make some decisions on your own. And you don't have to worry about saying, you know what, I ain't gotta ask this nigga to buy me no Gucci or no Louis Vuitton purse. I can buy it myself. I ain't gotta ask this motherfucker to go do this or get me this because I go to work every day and I'm paying half the bills in this motherfucker too. And that's the thing about you being entitled to have is because you bringing half your resources to the table just like he is. And I'm not talking about you cooking and cleaning and looking good. That's my thing. So it's like keep that in mind and keep yourself in a position to where you can do things you need to do and so you can do things that you want to do. Always be in a position where you can do something that you want to do and it ain't about hoping and a wishing and a praying that a motherfucker treat you right, do right by you, because if you don't know what you're gonna do. Be like, okay, motherfucker, you can be act sideways if you want to, but at the end of the day, I can skedaddle. I can toodaloo. I can do that. I can Alvida Zane. Ciao Bella. Arrivederci. I can do all of that. And it's not a thing of me saying, well, you can't, this motherfucker ain't going nowhere. This motherfucker ain't gonna do shit. You can't go nowhere. When you got a motherfucker telling you that shit and it's true, that's when you fucked up. You right. But you put yourself in that position. Well, I ain't think he would do that. I ain't think she would do that, man. Just like these men now. These dudes nowadays, they love laying up with a woman. And these women love taking care of a nigga. Only reason why they like doing it is because they got leverage over you. You staying at home playing motherfucking 2K all day, playing Call of Duty all day and all that shit. And all she doing is coming home from the hair salon that she own, and all you doing is dropping dick off. That's cool. That's fun. That's the life of Riley. Yeah, you on Easy Street. But what happens when she get tired of your ass? You sitting there talking about, but what about me now? What about me? What I'm gonna do? Well, she tired of you. Get your ass out in the street. Take that PlayStation I bought your ass and get the fuck on. Now you walking down the street hoping your boys come pick you up, even though they told you it was on their way, and that was 2 hours ago. You walking down the street with a garbage bag over one shoulder and a motherfucking PS4 tucked under your arm with your game. And ain't got shit else but the clothes on your back and the bag and the game. How did that happen? It happened because you moved in and laid up with a motherfucker because it was the path of least resistance. It was the easiest thing to do. Well, she done got tired of your ass. She done found her another nigga. She done found a bigger dick. Whatever the case may be, she done found a girlfriend. This girl eat pussy way better than you, and now she ready to move on. Now who's stuck? I'm telling you that's why so many. That's why niggas who get out of jail don't have no problem with getting no woman because them women love them type of dudes because they want to manipulate them. They know this nigga just can't jump up and get a job any motherfucking where. This nigga's institutionalized. He need a motherfucker. This motherfucker don't want to do this. He can't do that. He got restrictions, so he gonna be more dependent on me, which gives them power. It's just like kids. That's why so many. That's why you got these parents treating their kids the way they do, because they have the dependency on them. They got this dependent that solely relies on them for food, clothing, and shelter, and ain't nobody gonna supersede their power or their jurisdiction. So that's why they do them the way they do them, treat them the way they treat them, and say whatever it is they want to say to them, talk to them however they want to talk to them, and that's just it. That's why these women like them jailbirds. Yeah, this nigga coming out with nothing but some muscles and some dick. He ain't got no job. He can't get no job damn near nowhere. That's all he got. So now it puts that man in a position where, yeah, I got some resources. You can come live with me. I can get you some food and get you, a place to sleep and all that shit. But you ain't got shit. You totally dependent on me. So essentially, what does that put the woman at? It puts her in a position of power. It puts her in a position to where, yeah, he can't do this. Yeah, I give him money. Yeah, I take care of him. Yeah, I do this for him. Yeah, I do that for him. I dress him. I clothe him. I feed him. I wash him. I do all of this. Absolutely, Lanisha. Always get somebody that's better than you. Always, because it makes you better. I was watching what was the show called? The show with LeBron James where he do the barbershop talk, barbershop interrupted or shop talk interrupted, whatever it is. And Jimmy Iovine said something that was really powerful to me. He said, "Man, I forget who he said he met. I think it was Kendrick Lamar or somebody he was talking to." And he said one of the things that I liked about this guy was that this guy had his life casted right. He knew how to cast his life. And when he first said it, I said, "What the fuck is Jimmy talking about?" And it intrigued me. But as soon as I was questioning that, he came back and explained it. He said, "You talking when I say casting your life, he's saying the people that you have casted around you, your cast, like in the show, in the play of life, in the movie of life. Who's your cast? Your supporting cast members, your the other cast members that are around you in your life. Who are you surrounded by?" And I said, "Wow, that's powerful, very powerful." The truth about it saying where the five people that you spend the most time with are a reflection of your success and how far you're going to go in life at that moment. Very true statement. Very true statement. It's so true to where it's like you have to be able to watch and understand who you got around you. Who are those five people? Just think about that. Who are the five people that you spend the most time with? Who you call the most? Who you talk on the phone the most with? Who you hang out with the most? Who you go places with the most? Those five people, how influential are they in your life? How much of an impact do they have in your life? How much do they bring to your life? I did a video that's on my channel right now called Drains and Fountains. The five people that's in your life, how many of them are fountains? How many of them are drains? Drains take from you. Fountains pour into you. How many people are fountains in your life? So many times you get to a certain point in your life where you're the fountain, and that's okay when you have fountains still in your life. So you got somebody pouring into you, and you can pour into somebody else. You can be a resource for somebody else. But when you're just the fountain and ain't nobody there to pour into you, and it's just all you pouring into everybody else, you letting this person drain you, this person drain you, that person drain you, and that person drain you, eventually you'll run out of water. Or your stream will get so low that it's not even a fountain no more. It's just a trickle. Just a trickle. Remember, Will Smith said there are people you got two types of people that are in your life. Think of your life as a fire. And the people in your life are either bringing wood and putting wood in your fire, or they pissing on your fire. One or two things. Those people that are in your life, they're either bringing wood to your fire to fuel you, to push you forward, to help you, to encourage you, to be a resource for you, to help you grow. And then there's some people that are pissing on your fire trying to put it out. Don't give a fuck if it goes out. Want to put it out just because they can. Want to piss on it. Want to piss on you because they don't like you for whatever reason. They hating on you, whatever you want to call it. They're pissing on your fire. Now, your fire can still be burning bright enough, but why would you just have somebody in your life that's constantly pissing on your fire? Because eventually, when the wood does get low, the fire don't burn as hot. That piss can actually extinguish your shit. Let me turn it up a little bit. That piss can actually extinguish your fire. That's all I'm saying. So you think about that. When you think about those people that are with you, those people that are around you, those people that are supporting you, who are they? Are they really there to help you? Are they really there to support you? That is the question. So it's like when you talking about, hey, this person is doing this or this person is doing that, this person is in my life helping me with this, helping me with that. Great. But what are they really honest and truly, what are they really doing in your life? Are they there to really help you? Are they there to really support you? Or are they actually draining you, pissing on your fire, and bringing your ass down? Because if they are, then now you're saying, well, what the fuck am I doing? Why do I have them around if they're just pissing on us? Think about it like this. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's so many women that are victim to this. Think about that girlfriend that you got that every time she call you, every time she texts, she talk to you, she talk about what's wrong. This happened to me. This ain't working. They did this to me. They did that to me. I don't know how I'm gonna make it. I'm losing my mind. This person done did another thing, and then this happened and that happened. They hating on me. I mean, everything they talk about is always something that somebody's doing against them, and they can't get no better in life because of this person or that person or these people or that group. My mama always doing me wrong. My mama doing this. My friend at work be doing that. Think about that person that's in your life that's like that. Don't bring shit to your life of value. Don't add to your life in no shape, form, or fashion. But always got something wrong and always need you or want you to either sympathize with them, be a party to their pity party, or to just sit and just help them, give them money, loan them money that they don't never pay back, and you know they ain't gonna never pay you back because girl, it's just so hard. I got all these kids and Tyrone is locked up again. Think about that person that you got in your life like that. And there's so many women that have girlfriends that are like that, and they still fuck with them each and every day. Ooh, I was in the hospital, girl. I'm sick. I might have cancer. I might. They don't know what's wrong with me. My brain ain't working right. They got. I mean, just the worst of the worst that can happen to somebody happens to this person. Constant drama, constant problems. It ain't never good. Never winning. Never up in the game. Only time you don't hear from them is once a year when they get their motherfucking income tax check from having all them kids and they get like 8 grand and you don't hear shit from them no more for like 30 days. Then once that 8 grand gone, everything is back to Shitsville. You'll see them pop up on their Instagram. Everybody, all the kids got new weave, new phones, new Jordans. She got new weave, new phone, new Jordans. But then 30 days later, she posting on her timeline, I just don't know if I'm gonna make it no more. I just don't know if I can keep living this life. Y'all pray for me. God, is you really real? I need the Lord right now. If y'all don't pray for me, I'm gonna lose it. Or they just do I don't want to be here no more. Think about that person that you have in your life that's like that. Why is that person in your life? Why are you still connected to that person? I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. Why are you still connected to somebody that is like that? Why are you still connected to somebody that is bringing that type of energy, that type of conversation to your life? Day in, day out, week in and week out. You see their timeline and it ain't nothing but drama, nothing but fuck shit. I see who my real family is. You down and out, your real family the one that show up. Nah, bitch, you grown and you ain't taking care of your responsibilities. You grown as hell and your ass is mismanaging your money still at 40. What the fuck? Every month I gotta loan you $25 till Friday? That's all I'm saying. Think about that person and then ask yourself, why is this person still in my life? What, and not to say that you ain't never got to talk to them again, but why are they getting access to your time and your energy like that? When you know they ain't on shit, when you know they're not doing shit to help themselves, they're not doing shit productive, they're not doing shit that's gonna make a change or make a difference or doing something that's gonna better them, better you, better the world, better somebody other than themselves. But they steady asking people to do for them, give to them, borrow this, listen to this, let me tell you this, and I hope you sympathize with me. All that, all the time, all the time, as my wife say, all the time. So just think about that. It's really something that you should really just like take into effect, take into account, and say, man, I don't know if this is a person I really need to keep spending a lot of time with. And sometimes it's just a matter of just saying, let me just not answer this phone. Let me just not respond to this text. Maybe they'll get the change. Maybe they'll get the hang of it. Let me just not. I got me a new number. Let me not give them this number. Or you know what some people say? They say change that person's name to do not answer. Do not answer. As soon as that person call, what pop up on your phone is not their name. What pops up is don't answer. Because that makes a difference. That puts you in a situation where you can say, hey, you know what? Let me move on. Let me do this. Because this person ain't doing me no good. So that's my point. I guess one of the other things that I wanted to talk about, because I was only going to be on here for a little bit while long. I don't know how long have I been going. Yeah, about another 30 minutes, 24, 30 minutes, something like that. I wanted to go over some of my comments. And it's amazing to just hear the things that some people say. And it was really something I was just like, man, this is so wild just to hear some of the shit that people say to you. And then you have the opportunity to come and say something or to talk about it or to actually have a discussion about it. And they don't. They won't respond, but they'll steady talk about just bullshit or constantly bring up the negative shit that go on. And it's like when you look at and in my my opinion, it's like looking at the comments and listening to the comments. I like to hear what people are saying because I think you can learn from stuff, even if it's something that is critical that you may not like. Somebody's critiquing what you're doing, critiquing what you're saying, whatever the case may be. That's fine. I always remember, I don't know why I always bring this up, but I remember like one of the first times I started doing shows when we were doing the Guru and the Whore with Tommy. My motherfucking system was just a fucking old ass MacBook Pro. I had borrowed my the camera from my boy Mike P. Shout out to my man Mike Petrangelo. I miss you, brother. I was borrowing his camera. I was borrowing his he had a one of those little red guys. What do they call it? Scarlet Red. I had that, and I had went and he had let me borrow his microphone, and then I went and bought one eventually. But I literally just had that set up on a card table. At first, it was on my kitchen counter. Then I moved to a card table, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I had my green screen behind me, but no green screen image because my computer wasn't strong enough to have to run a green screen. And people was dogging the fuck out of my damn green. They was like, what the fuck is this dude at? And he got a green sheet behind him. What the fuck is that for? Dogging my shit. And it was like, to me, I was like, man, these motherfuckers going the fuck in. But I got it. I understood what they were saying. It's like you want motherfuckers to take you serious. You want motherfuckers to look at what you got. You want motherfuckers to see you, hear you, and listen to you. I get it. But you still have to have things that are of standard. And my shit was below standard, put together, hodgepodge, nigga rig, jack leg, whatever you want to call it, bootleg. Yes, I started out as a bootleg YouTuber. I did. But it was a process. It's still a process. And it was like, man, and I always will, I will never, ever, 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 ever forget this. The fact that I didn't have shit. And to have somebody like Tommy Sotomayor see something in me that others didn't see, nobody took the time to encourage, nobody took the time to even give me an opportunity to do this. It's amazing. It's like what Tommy did for me, and also shout out to my sister Karen. Karen Edmondson. Shout out to you too. Karen gave me my first opportunity to publicly speak about relationships at a relationship conference that I did. I think I need to post that because I did that twice. I'm gonna piece that together and put that up. But anyway, to have somebody like Tommy take the time to not only inspire me and to give me an opportunity that very few people have. Very few people have had that opportunity. And for him to invest his time, his energy, and his resources, man, the advice that dude gave me, the money that he gave me, the equipment that he gave me. Right now, my motherfucking board, my audio, my soundboard, Tommy bought that. Real talk. And always was like, hey man, if you need something, you need some equipment, a camera, anything, let me know. He said Rehab streamed on a VCR the first time. You ain't shit, QT. And then said a VCR. Hey, you about right. Might have been a Betamax. But my point is this: for somebody like that, on that magnitude, with that much celebrity, with that much shit popping, with that much shit going for himself, for him to take time out of his schedule, take time out of his life, and to open up his platform to me, I have no words. I have no words. And anybody that knows me personally knows that loyalty is everything to me. All that shit about motherfuckers saying, oh man, people have told Tommy it is here, Tommy, I never talk about it. Man, let me tell you something. If Tommy did a video today and talk shit about me, I'd have to take it in stride. Because what that man has done for me, what that man has allowed me to be able to do on his platform, how many people have done that? How many people can say that? How many people can say that they was, no YouTube aspirations, not a YouTuber at all, no channel, no nothing, calling in to a show simply because he liked the conversation, he liked the environment and the platform, and donated to it and all of that, supporting the platform and just being able to talk, and was offered an opportunity to do what it is that we did. If we never do another Guru and a Whore, I count it all joy. I'm grateful. Because I haven't seen anybody else do what we did as long as we did on any of his channels, any of his platforms. So it's like that period, that time is so special and precious to me because it was a thing for me to where I was given a whole different outlook on my thoughts, how to express myself, how to put my words, everything that I am, how to put that out into a social media platform. I had no clue how to do. And I had in my opinion the best to have ever done it, the best that's doing it right now, to actually take time out to show me the way, to actually take time out and open up his platform and say, "Go ahead, little nigga, do what you can do." Nobody. So it's like, as much as I appreciate it. I understood what it was, and when that time was there, that's why I would always show my appreciation. That's why I will always show respect. I will always say the things that I say, because it's like, to get that opportunity, that shit don't come like that. Everybody don't get that opportunity. Everybody hasn't had that opportunity. Yeah, it's been a few people that's done a few shows. Yeah, it's been a few people that have done a couple of things here and there. Ain't not one other person had the opportunity to not only do a consistent weekly show with this man, but to also have a channel together with this dude. It's an honor. I'm just saying. So it's like, I could never, ever, ever say anything bad about, talk against, do anything against this brother, because it's something that I've witnessed. I've experienced it. A motherfucker can say whatever the fuck they want to say about Tommy, but what that man has done for me, how he's treated me, heck, I can't say nothing but thank you. I can't say nothing but salute. Respect, man. That's just what it is. So it's like, to hear that and to see that what he did, and how he gave me an opportunity and gave me a chance, inspired me to do what it is that I do. It's like, it's been such a journey and such a wonderful ride to be on, and to just be able to just see, to come from nothing, and to just be where I'm at today. In what? In December, it'll be 3 years. I believe it's 3 years in December. Man, dude, I can't, I can't complain. Cannot complain. But it's like, to hear some of the things that just people say, it's like, what what do you gain by giving criticism and not backing up that criticism, not being able to truly express or explain that criticism? Anybody, I don't expect everybody to like what I do, like what I say. I've had people say, "Man, I like your content, but I hate the fact that you curse. You don't have to curse." I totally get that. I totally understand that. However, that's not my thing. That's not me. I got to say cuss word. I know, well, I don't have to say. I like to say. It feels good. It helps with my expression to cuss. I have a potty mouth. Have always had a potty mouth. And unless a motherfucker is paying me not to cuss, you gonna hear a motherfucker, son bitch, bastard, shit, fuck, piss, hoe, asshole, nigga. You gonna you gonna hear that, because that's me saying what it is I want to say the way I want to say it. Yes, I can express myself in different ways, but that's just what I do. It's what I like. It's the way that I talk. So that's what it is. That's just what it is. But it's like, man, there are people that have certain ideas and certain comments and what they think you should do or think you should say. And it's like, just for me to see it on, and I'm a micro YouTuber. To see somebody, and it's like, to see what somebody else on Tommy's level says and does, it's insane to hear people do it. It's insane. People don't even realize what they're saying and what they're asking this man to do. And it's like, I see it on a micro level, on a very small level. I got like, I would say maybe 5 trolls If that, and them motherfuckers ain't even consistent. So it's like to see people on a whole nother level on his side of a platform just simply troll him for the sake of trolling with no foundation whatsoever. It gets to the point to where it's like, when does it stop? Like, you don't want to get your life together, nigga. Ain't it something else you could be doing? Ain't it something else you could be talking about? Ain't it somebody else you could be trolling than to be sitting there spending that time day in and day out? Right, Jason. I'm telling you, maybe two or three. Maybe two or three. I think I might have maybe 10 channels blocked. Maybe 10 channels blocked out of all of these motherfuckers. So it's like, to have that, it's like, I get it and I understand that people ain't gonna always agree with you. That's what I'm looking for. I'm fine with that. Don't agree with me. Have your point, have my point, because I'm gonna say what the hell I want to say, and I want you to say it too. And then maybe we can find some common ground, or we may not. You may say tomato, and I may say tomato. That's just it. It is what it is. But we can both go and live our lives and just understand, well, this person gonna be always saying tomato. Yeah, but that motherfucker always saying tomato. I don't like the shit, so I don't like it. I don't watch it. Right? You said you saw trolling on a quilting show. That's crazy. Let me go ahead. Let me read some of these. Let's see. Where was that shit at? All right, here we go. Yeah. All right, so this was a couple of days ago. And this motherfucker here is something else. I'm telling you. So check this out. This motherfucker goes to say, and I even though I'm a small YouTuber, I refuse to say this motherfucker's name. So motherfucker want to see who this is, they got to go to my shit. They got to go and check out my shit. Plain and simple. I'm not going to sit there and get no motherfucker no airtime. But this motherfucker said, I heard you on, hold on, let me open it all the way up. I heard you on Tommy Sotomayor's show about the Amber Geiger bitch. It's disgusting how you talk shit about black people and claim that black people aren't going to do anything and black people don't have any power and black people don't stand up for themselves. Did he have to keep saying black people that many times? Whatever. But then you turn around and say that you were part of the law enforcement in Chicago. Wrong. And you woke up in the morning with the thought of, if any black man gets out of line with me, you would lay them down and kill them. You actually said that you already had your mind on your mind and your mind, dumbass, before you went to work. However, you did not say that train of thought with any other race or any other race of men. Dot dot dot. So let me clear that up. First and foremost, yes, I said I have my mind made up when I'm in the hood. When I'm in the Wild Hunnets, when I'm on 127th and Halsted, motherfucker, at the goddamn Harold's, ain't no white folks coming up in there. So yes, it ain't just niggas, it's young, dumbass niggas that I got my mind made up. I'm not arguing, I'm not going back and forth with. I'm not fucking around with these young niggas. I'm not discussing shit with these young niggas, because if some shit do pop off, my mind has to be made up. I need to be tactically thinking ahead of this shit, so it won't be a, hey, young man, why are you talking to me like that? Hey, young man, I do have the time. Let me check. I'm not doing that. So, yes, my mind is made up. Absolutely. Just like when you go somewhere, and well, you should, if you go somewhere and you know that it is a high crime area, like 127th and Halsted, or the south side of Chicago, where they call West Pullman area, or the Roseland area, or Inglewood over there, or the East Side. There ain't no East Side, but we call it the East Side, or the West Side. When you go in those areas, your mind better be made up. You absolutely right, because in those areas where I go, I'm pretty much around niggas. So yes, my mind is made up. Now, here's the other part to that. if you would have been willing to have a conversation and challenge me on that, I would have told you this. I was on my way when I was moving here with my wife. We were driving through and there was a detour, and this was like maybe, I don't know, about maybe one about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. And there was a detour and it took us down some side roads. Now we out in the fucking country. This is a rural area. And we riding around and I'm driving through and I said, man, babe, we going over dirt roads. We done somehow got turned around but we on dirt roads. And I'm driving and I'm like, man, babe, I said, it's fucked up. I said, but it's two good things we got going. I said, I'm glad I got my mother. I'm glad I got a full tank of gas. And I'm glad I got my motherfucking Glock 17. Because if any of these motherfucking white boys come to me with some, hey nigga, what you doing out here? I said, I'm lighting these motherfuckers up. And I'm gonna keep driving. Any of them try to run me off the road, talking about get your black ass out of here. I'm dumping and I'm gassing this motherfucker up. I'm gone. I'm hitting the gas and I'm dumping. That's it. That's my mentality because I know where I'm at. So basically, the areas that you're in or the environment that you're in, you do need to condition your mind to be tactically aware of where you're at and what you're doing. So, just like as far as the law enforcement part, I was not a law enforcement officer in Chicago. My daddy was. Some of my family members were. That's different. You didn't hear me because I never said that I was law in Chicago. I know about the law in Chicago. I know plenty of police officers in Chicago, but I wasn't the law there. I was the law in Michigan. That's where I was a deputy, reserve deputy for uh, Allegheny County. That's where I was. So when I was there and when I was working there, it was a different environment. I was out in the rural areas. I was out. It was some hood areas or some low income housing areas where it was black folks and white folks. And I conditioned my mind the same way to say, hey, even when I would go up to a house where they had, because they got farms and shit out there, I would roll up to a house and it's a rundown crib. And I'd be out there and I'd be like, man, they got these motherfucking loose dogs. I'd always tell my partner, I'd be like, hey, Todd, I'm shooting the dog. I'm shooting the dogs. I ain't fucking around with nobody's dogs. Ain't nobody dog that you done train to shoot to attack black people ain't gonna bite me. That was my mindset. So when we pull up and there'd be a loose dog, Todd to try to fuck with the dog. He kept some little dog treats in there. He throw him out to the dog and try to keep him cool because he knew let that dog growl, charge, ain't gonna be no, he won't bite. Bullshit, he got teeth. Pow, pow, pow. I'm putting the dog down. Mentality, mindset. That's how it was. So when I'm walking up on a farm, I'm not thinking about shooting no niggas. Thinking about shooting a dog. Thinking about shooting a meth head. Absolutely. So when I had to pull my gun and I had my gun pointed on a motherfucker at a trailer out there, I wasn't thinking about shooting no nigga. I was thinking about shooting this white boy that was fucking up and his girl that was fucking up. Told that story before. Same thing. So yes, my mindset would be that way. Depending on where you're at should determine where how your mind is. Just like when I was out there working and we were at a concert. They have a big concert. They got country music all weekend. It's a sprinkle of black folks out there. All white. White boys out there with Confederate flags and all that shit. You know what I said? Man, that shit don't bother me. Cause I got my Glock motherfucking 22 right here. That's what everybody carry. Shit, I don't give no fuck about what these white boys doing, talking about white power and all that shit. I'm standing right there with my shades on, looking cold in a motherfucker. Boy, I was like goddamn shaft. Nigga. Had my shades on in my uniform, and my Glock 22 was locked and loaded with 3 magazines, or 2 magazines. Third one in the gun. Ready to rock and roll. Pull it if you want to. Get it if you want. Come get this if you want to. Bump into me, touch me, whatever you want, it's gonna go down. Tactical mindset. So now I'm not looking to shoot no niggas at a country and western goddamn show. If I gotta shoot somebody, more than likely it's gonna be a white boy. That's the mindset. So that's my thing. Yes, I was right about black folks not doing shit when shit go down in their neighborhood. Yes, I was right about black folks not doing what they need to do when shit happens to them in the media or when shit happens to black people that we don't like. All we do is march and protest. We don't do shit. We don't go be lawyers. We don't go be doctors. We don't go be judges. We don't go be politicians. Why? And we don't go and be the police to change the shit in the neighborhood. We don't. So that's why I said what I said and I was right. Now, prove me wrong, show me an all black police force with all black high ranking officers policing in an all black community. And then I'll say, yeah, I was wrong. Till then, shut the fuck up. Let's keep going. He says, I find that very contradictory when you condemn Amber Geiger for having that same thought and actually killing a black man. It's not contradictory because I said when I was at Harold's, I'm ready to shoot a nigga. I didn't say that I shot a nigga. I didn't say a nigga walked in and placed an order for an 8-wing mild sauce, salt and pepper with a jalapeno and corn and coleslaw, and I shot the motherfucker. I've been in Harold's plenty of times with that mindset. Ask me how many people have I shot in Harold's? 0. So it's not contradicting. I'm simply telling you what my mindset is. Amber Geiger's mindset was to put a nigga down the first chance she got where she thought a nigga was going to do something or was going to do something to her. However, she thought wrong. She walked into not her apartment, another motherfucker's apartment, sitting on his couch, eating ice cream. That's no threat. Even though you may not like a nigga sitting on the couch eating ice cream, that could be the worst thing in your mind. You don't have the right to shoot him. So I wasn't contradicting myself. I was telling you my mindset versus my actions. I could be prepared to shoot a motherfucker that walked through this door. However, if the motherfucker that walked through this door is not a threat, if it's my wife, if it's my kid, maybe I shouldn't shoot that person. And if I do, I need to suffer the fucking consequences for it. Boom. So I assume you are too smart or not know that your subconscious regularly overpowers you and you react in the way that in which it tells you to. No, because I've never shot somebody, motherfucker. Most people do what they want instead of what they are supposed to do, sir. I guess now he's trying to be professional. Most people do what they want instead of what they're supposed to do, sir. That's not the argument. The argument is, and the fact is, Amber Geiger shot the wrong motherfucker. She shot an unarmed man. She shot a man that was not posing a threat, regardless of her situation, regardless of her surroundings. That man posed no threat towards her. Eating a bowl of ice cream is not threatening. I don't give a fuck if he was 7'6" and you 4'11". If I'm sitting on my couch in my house, I'm not posing a threat. The fact that you got your shit misconstrued, or you got discombobulated, you weren't aware of your surroundings, and you took a life, you're responsible for every bullet that comes out of your gun. Fact. Regardless of who the fuck it hits. Oh, I was meaning to shoot the person standing here. Well, you shot an innocent motherfucker who was sleeping in their bed over there. That's my fault. My intentions was to shoot this motherfucker. However, my actions dictated that I shot that motherfucker. I was wrong in doing so. I need to suffer the consequences. Plain and simple. So how can you get mad at her for having that train of thought? Just explain that. Boom. Mic drop. When people like her and her race hear you, and he has in parentheses, alleged black man confessing to have the very same thought. Your thoughts and your actions are two different things, dumbass. So-called black people like you are part of the problem. You know they all are. Because you really don't love or respect black men in particular, yet you claim to be one. Mm, mm, mm. Now, here's what I responded with. Like always, I say, like I always say, I'm sorry, like I always say, if you truly want to understand me or would like to challenge and or question me on anything I say on my platform, you are more than welcome to come on my show or to call in to my show to have a conversation. Then he responded, I'm from the south side of Chicago by way of Houston, Texas. The fuck does that mean? I know your type, and I'm just going off what you say and said on his show. There's no need for debate. I get it. So the fact that a motherfucker has told you that what you getting is wrong, you say, fuck that. That's what I heard. So that's it. No need for debate. I get it. You essentially want to just feel what you feel, think what you think, and damn everything else to hell. Okay. So then I respond back and say, oh, okay. So basically you just trolling. Oh, now I get it. You are just here. Y'all hear my voice when I be reading it back. Ain't that weird? Oh, now I now I get it. You're just here to go on long ass monologues full of assumptions and false statements. Okay, cool. Thanks for wasting my time. Good day, sir. Yes, that's me being professional. Then he comes back and says, relationship rehab, how could I make assumptions from your words? Because you got them wrong, dumbass. But I know you have to tell yourself something. I don't have to tell myself anything. I told you that you heard wrong and you had misinformation. So you're talking about what you heard on a phone call where I said what I said and I just explained it again and you still don't want to have the conversation. So the fact that you heard something, not disputing that. I tell you, here's what I meant, and you may have heard me wrong. You don't even want to have a conversation to get that understanding. You just saying, I heard what I heard. Right. Okay. It is what it is. And let's just say I misspoke. I'm not perfect. Let's just say I did. If I did, would it not be fair to be allowed to have that person to be able to correct what it is that he's saying or to give a more in-depth understanding or definition to what he's saying? Wouldn't that make sense? I guess not. Then he comes back and says, the relationship rehab. How could I make assumptions from your words, but I know you have to tell yourself something? Then he says, that's typical denial. Because so now I'm in denial. Another assumption. You actually said the words that I said you did when you called his show. I even called the show and said something about it after you called his show. I'm not lying on you or making false statements about anything at all. It just probably sounds worse when someone repeats them to you, even though they are your words. Okay, I guess so. So the fact that what you heard and what you say you heard, the fact that there was the person that you heard it from could have either cleared up, corrected, or gave it more in-depth definition to or understanding about what he said. Fuck that. Nah, that's just what it is. And I'm in denial if I think anything else. I get it. So it's like when you hear shit like that, it's like there's a I don't know, and I see this a lot with us, with black folks, with niggas. There's a deep down desire for us to tear down somebody else without trying to get an understanding. We essentially want to make a bad guy. We want a black person to be a villain simply because we may not like or we disagree with what they're saying. We don't want to understand it. We don't want to get an in-depth definition. We don't want clarity. We don't want any of that. We essentially just want to make this person the enemy because we don't like what they saying. We feel some kind of way about what they saying. It's like I got this little post-it note up on my monitor here. And I can't remember who said it, but it was on a sports show a while ago. And the guy said, the truth, I want to say it's Jalen Rose, but I'm not sure. He said, the truth sounds like hate to people who hate the truth. I'm going to say that one more time. The truth sounds like hate to people who hate the truth. And that blew my mind. Like if I had the emoji, it would be my mind blowing emoji right now. So basically saying truth sounds like hate to people who hate the truth. And when you think about that, it's like, man, if somebody tells you the truth, you gonna take it, oh, they hate themselves, or I hate what they saying, or I ain't even trying to hear what they saying because I don't like that truth. I don't like the truth they telling me. And that's just where you double down on it and will say anything. Make up shit, misconstrue shit, just do whatever it takes to be on the opposite side of that. Barring the fact that it's the truth. Fuck that. I don't want no truth. I don't want no truth at all. I just want to hear what's good. I only want to hear what I feel I should hear that's good. Other than that, I don't want to hear anything that is negative. I don't want anything that's constructive criticism. I don't want anything that's truthful. I don't want to hear anything that's sad but true. I don't want to hear anything that's crazy or that's terrible but true. I don't want to hear anything that is hurtful, that is calling me out, that is making me say I have to recognize what it is I'm doing and I'm playing a part in it. I don't want to have to say anything or hear anything about that because it's true and I don't like it. So because I don't like it, it's bullshit and you full of shit and you on bullshit. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. But that's the world we live in. And it's like those are the people that are out here in the world. And I just hope that they wouldn't have like influence or have some type of control or say so over somebody um over somebody's life. Because that type of person, you're not doing anything but perpetuating bullshit and just a fucked up mentality that keeps people where they are, where they can't grow, they can't understand, they can't get an understanding, they don't know how to talk, they don't know how to express themselves, they don't know how to have a dialogue, they don't know how to say something. Do you know one of the biggest things I love about my brother and my cousin Tuck? One of the biggest things I love about them is that we can literally cuss each other the fuck out. Motherfucker, you, motherfuck this, fuck that, that's bullshit, you ain't shit, nigga, I can't that, nigga, that's some fuck shit. We can do that and instantly turn back around and be like, so man, you still wanna, what we gonna do about getting some barbecue, man, get some food put on the grill and we gonna hang out and smoke these cigars and talk this shit and get us some drinks. And we can do that. Turn right back around and be back on the same page. Say what we need to say, get it out, as frustrated as we may be, and it all be good at the end. All right, man. So you coming through tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be over tomorrow. We gonna watch the game. Yep. It's easy. May be hurtful, but it's like, man, I get it. All right, this is the other one. So check this one. This shit here, man. Hold on. I thought I just had it. Oh no, that was no. Was that it? No, 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 no. No, that was it. Yeah, because I'm going backwards. I'm sitting here like, wait, he's saying something else. So this is he comes. This dude comes back and he says this. This was like a week ago. He says, "Damn, you even singing like him too." And then I replied and I said, "What the fuck is your point? Is there something you want to say to me?" Question mark. Then be a man and come in on my show and ask. Remember, sir, you don't have to watch, but you somehow seem to make sure you do and leave your stupid remarks. So either have a conversation or move the fuck on with your life and leave me alone. Now, here's my thing. I was singing on the show with Tommy. That's one of the things that we had as part of our chemistry. So it's like we had that thing going even back on the phone calls when I would call into the show. That was one of the things that I liked about the show was that I knew the songs and the parodies he was doing with the songs. And when we were on the Guru and the Whore, we would even go back and forth on the songs. We would start singing a song, he would do a verse, I would make up a verse, we would go back and forth. So that's what we did. So that was one of the things that was so good about our chemistry on the show. That's how we did that. So it's like, yes, that's just what I learned. That's what I was doing. That's what we done. We've done it that way. So it's like, why would I not have some of that from the person I got my game from? That's just like telling Kobe, damn, Kobe, you dunking like Mike too? Motherfucker, that's who he got his game after. Kobe Bryant has said it thousands of times. I modeled my game after Mike. If you even watch Kobe, Kobe would beat him up. Kobe has done every Jordan finishing move. The fist pump like this, where he came and got the win and did that, Kobe did it. Tongue wagging, Kobe has done it. The shoot the shot to win the game, jump up in the air, kick the legs open like the Michael Jordan symbol, and done that. He has done that. Just saying. So it's like I'm not Kobe, but sometimes I dream that he is me. You got to believe that's how I dream to be. Boom, 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 boom. Sometimes I move, sometimes I groove like Tommy. If I could be like Tommy, I wanna be like Tommy. If I could be like Tommy, whoa, be like Tommy. There go a song for you too, nigga. How about that one? But it's like, man, dude, I've always said, will always say, I am Soto born and raised. Soto born and raised. Got my game from Soto Nation. Got my start from Soto Nation. My platform off of Soto Nation. I'm going to say out of every subscriber, 99.9 of the subscribers that I have right now today are from Soto Nation. Papa Soto, right? Exactly. I ain't never, ever, ever, not once, not given or props to, paid homage to, or acknowledged where I come from. I'm Soto Nation to whole life, to the death. What are you talking about? But that's what it is. So yeah, that shit was crazy. But that was like before the other remark. So I'm like going backwards, essentially. I'm going for the most recent going down. And it's like, it's this one motherfucker. And I was a couple of motherfuckers I had doing that R. Kelly shit that was oh wait, here go another one. This a chick. She says, you make me sick. You see how I get the black girl? You make me sick. I'm all mustering up. Oh, wait. No, this is actually funny. She says, you make me. It's another chick on here, though. But I don't know where she at. This one was funny, though. She says, you make me sick. I'm all mustering up empathy thinking he got shot for real. And you gone to the scene from Harlem Nights laughing my ass off. That was from K Lane. That's from when I did the Harlem Night joint. That shit was epic. I enjoyed that. Yeah, but yeah, man, that was good. But man, it's only a handful of these motherfuckers on here, but the shit was just so outrageous. I was just like, man, what the hell? Oh, here you go. Yeah, this was 2 weeks ago. This dude said this was. I think this is the first one, because he said, "Damn, you lame as hell. I see why Tommy Sotomayor quit fucking with you. You literally took his style and trying to run with it. The same setup, even wearing the same ridiculous hat." And then I responded, "Thanks for the feedback." And then I got his name. Here's my thing. I don't know how to do this shit, how to rearrange this shit. I don't. I barely keep the motherfucker going, just like when I went live today. I had a fucking update on my computer, and that shit made me late today. I shouldn't have fucking restarted it, but I fucked around and did, updated my app, my iTunes, and it restarted, and then it was a goddamn operating system restart. What the fuck? When it comes to, and that's computer shit. So I'm good on that. I can figure out computer shit. When it comes to this broadcasting shit, I don't know a goddamn thing about it. I'm doing literally what I know. I swear for Lord. Why you think I've been giving DJ shit about getting me another layout? Hey man, I'm doing what the best I can with what I got. Now, if somebody can give me a different layout, show me something different, I even switch. Y'all remember the other one I got? Y'all know, you don't want to know. I had to sit and figure this shit out to do this other layout. Where's that shit at? Boom. This is for when it's long. That layout. When I got a long video and it go over here. That was it. That's the extent of my capacity for working this shit. How many videos have I recently done just by getting a new mic? Sound checks. At least 5. I deleted, I think, the last couple of motherfucking ones I did. It is what it is. I'm sorry, but hey, I get it. Motherfucker, you want me to change my layout? Give me a new layout and say, here, try this, motherfucker. And I would. But until then, I'm going to do what I know. He said, you look like a broke Kevin Hart with no humor and trying to swallow a metallic ding dong when you stream. Get your wanna be funny ass out of here, QT. That shit out of here. Hey, but real talk, this mic is motherfucking legit. Let's see you go live and see what equipment you got. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I'm doing, thank you. That's what I'm talking about, Jason. I done seen where I done came from. Go on my channel and look at my first video, and you can see my growth. You talk about growth and development? Yeah, growth and development. You can see my first motherfucking video, be like, damn, that nigga came from that? Yes, nigga, I came from that. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change done came. Whoa, yes it did. Boy, please. The shit I had before to the shit I got now, that shit like night and day. From computer to my first stream with my old laptop to this stream right now, man, come on here now. Come on here now. The time, energy, and finances that have been invested in this, oh yeah, you can see that. But I think that was it. I can't think of no other ones. The other ones is like way far down. But I don't know where those are at. But that shit was just crazy, man. I just, like I said, it was like I guess I was just frantic over having a couple of having at least one troll. I can't find that other one that chick put up. I don't know where she put that shit at, but it was like, man, please. That shit was crazy. But I have on top of that, I mean, just to in all fairness, that shit is like 0.2, maybe not even 0.2. That's like maybe 1% of my comments. 99% motherfuckers enjoy it, motherfuckers like it, motherfuckers say the shit was funny, they enjoyed it, they liked it, say the shit was funny. So hey, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Oh, here go a motherfucker right here. This chick, she type. And see, I don't mind this. Chick says, you talk too damn much. Next. Hey, if that's how you feel, great. Haven't seen that motherfucker no more. I'm good. That's fine if you want to put that down there. Even though I tell you, it's a breakdown, which means commentary. But hey, you can't expect black folks to know what that means. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's it. I'm gonna go and get up out of here, man. I ain't got no weed. I got a bunch of guns. Right. Yeah. I can't see no other ones. It's been like I said, it's they so few and far and in between that it's hard to find them shits. But shit was good. It was just funny. I'm glad I was able to point it out. But hey, yeah, please do that. What does this say? Rehab is streaming from a crapper. I heard the toilet flush. What? Boy, you get your life. It's talking about a crapper. Who even says that anymore? Whatever, man. Hey, look. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to any and everybody that donated. Shout out to my man Brass Man Taker. Send your boy $3. That's what's up. And also to let me see, wrong damn one. There we go. That's the young PayPal there. If anybody that donate up. Why is this shit not recognizing my face? Okay, there you go. Recognize my face now. Don't do me like that now. Let's see here. What's this Google? Oh, that's from my boy DJ. I'm like, wait a minute now. What the hell is this? Yep, and that last one was from Rosalinda Sotomayor. She sent me $10. Yep, and she got. I said thanks for that. But yeah, I think that was it. So hey, man, look, I appreciate it. I'm glad I was able to address those questions that were given tonight. If there are any more, let's see. What you sorry for? It's all good, Quintina. Thanks for coming through. That's all it ain't about. When you get here, it's the fact that you get here. That's all that matters. It's good. Refresh. Yeah. All right. So let me just double check one more to make sure ain't no more. Yarama. Where's my Gmail? No more questions in my email, and we gonna get on up out of here. Yep. 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 All right. Questions, comments, or concerns? Hey, if not, we are going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you, everybody. It looked like I didn't even need to do the phones. I didn't even have them set up, but I could have. It only took a minute to do. But I will definitely be doing, I got some content and stuff for tomorrow to do. So I will be doing a show on tomorrow. And like I said, I had been meaning to get to that person's questions that we had. I've been saying I've been doing, I'm gonna do it, and now I actually had the opportunity to do it. So I said, let me make time to do that and to just talk about the bullshit that I had with the whatchamacallit, the comments. So I just wanted to address that. But hey, I have not seen that yet. I heard it was good. I'm gonna probably try to see it maybe this weekend if I can. If not, shortly after. And if I don't, then I'll just download it eventually because I'm a pirate. Iron matey. But I'll try to check that out soon. But other than that, I just want to thank you guys for always just giving me your time, giving me your energy, giving me your likes, giving me your dislikes, whatever. Just I appreciate you guys. This shit is so much fun, and I really do appreciate it. I have such a good time doing this thing with you guys. And wait, did that stream stop over here? Hold on, let me restart this. Oh no, it's back. Okay. And I just want to say, man, this thing that we get to do and share this time in this space, it is very precious to me. I appreciate it, and I do not take it for granted. Thank you to everybody that has donated. Thank you to everybody that clicked the like button. And if you're watching this, click the like button. And if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, just email me. Be sure to make sure that you are, be sure and make sure if you have not seen A Fatherless America to do so. Also, subscribe to my man DJ Just Jay at the Soto Podcast. Make sure you check him out. He is the AFC, which is the Advocate for Children. He does a great podcast, being a great show on the Soto Podcast. Awesome content. Uh, Definitely speaking up for these children that are out here. And as always, to my homeboy, my brother, Tommy Sotomayor, I love you, bro. Hope you're having a great night. Make sure that you check out fatherlessamerica.com to rent or to buy the movie. It is a great documentary. You will not be disappointed. It has very good ratings on IMDb. Is that it? IMDb and on Amazon. You can purchase it there too. So make sure you check it out. And also make sure you subscribe to the website. It's actually scrolling across here up top too. And that's TJ SKOC.com. Make sure you subscribe there too. So, to everybody that came through tonight, thank y'all so much. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. Y'all have a good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you. Tomorrow. You're only less than a day away. All right, guys. Y'all take it easy, man. Have a good night. Peace. And I'm out.